Why do you need strength? Well, for starters, let's talk about what strength actually means. What does that word mean? Because we use it very casually, you hear it all the time. I'm really strong, you're not strong, I could be stronger, I don't have good strength, etc. Well, strength, the word really is kind of broken down into three meanings. So the first meaning is, how much weight can you actually lift? Can you pick up a 50-pound bag of mulch? Can you pick up a 12-pound bag of groceries? Can you lift yourself up the stairs? Can you do that one time? That would be the first meaning of strength. The second meaning of strength would be, how long can you do it for? Can you hold that bag of groceries, that 12-pound bag of groceries, can you hold it from the trip from the car into the house, up the stairs, into the kitchen, whatever it might be? Can you lift yourself up the stairs for 12 steps over the course of the flight of the stairs? So that would be the second meaning of strength, and how strong a muscle is, or how strong you are. And the third definition, or the third meaning that we need to incorporate when we talk about strength, is how conditioned is that muscle to do that activity day after day, month after month, year after year? Am I as strong in my legs now as I was when I was in my 20s, in the sense of, can those muscles in my legs lift me up the stairs just as efficiently and just as productively as they did 20 or 30 or whatever it is years ago? Because that's a definition or a piece of strength that we tend to forget about. We might be very strong at one point in time, but I do an activity for a couple of months and my muscles begin to actually lose strength because they don't have the ability to do that activity over an extended period of time. Why is strengthening important? Well, it's important, or being strong or having good strength is important, because it's really the strength of the muscles around a particular area or around a particular joint that help to stabilize that joint and make sure that the joint can work efficiently, that your knee can bend and straighten, that it can do the things that it wants to do. So let's use the example of carrying a bag of groceries from the store out to the car, or from the car into the house. Let's say it's a 12-pound bag of groceries. I need to have good strength following those three criteria I just talked about. I need to have good strength in the muscle in my bicep, in my upper arm. I need to have good strength in my forearm. I need to have good strength in my wrist, my hand, and then I also need to have good strength in the muscles of my shoulder blade and the muscles of my neck. And that's what would allow me to pick up that bag of groceries, 12 pounds, hold it, that's number one. Number two, how long can I do it? Carry it from the car into the house, so I have probably 30 or 60 seconds. And number three, can I do that repetitively over the course of, let's say, 3 or 4 trips, over the course of every week or every day that I go to the grocery store, month after month, week after week, etc. That's really what we would mean when we're talking about why it's important to have strength. If I had good strength, let's say, of the muscle in my bicep, but I didn't have good strength in the muscle in my forearm and in the muscles in my hand, in the course of that 60-second walk carrying that bag of groceries into the house, I may start to put too much workload or too much stress on the muscles in my forearm or in the muscles in my hand, and over time that's what can start to allow a tendonitis to develop, or an actual muscle injury to develop in a real quick moment in time. Additionally, let's say I had good strength of all of these things here, but I didn't have good strength of the muscles in my neck. That would be why later on in the day, after I carried those bags of groceries in, my neck feels a little bit stiff later on in the day. Why? Because I didn't have good strength of the muscles in my neck. I didn't have that ability to hold that bag using my neck muscles as well as my arm muscles. I didn't have the ability to hold that for the 3 60-second trips that I made into the house carrying a bag of groceries. The same would be true if I'm trying to go up and down the stairs. I need to have good strengthen the muscles of my leg, my quadriceps, but I also need to have good strength in my hip muscles, because it's my hip muscles that actually stabilize my knee and allow my knee to stay straight as I go up and down the stairs. So that would be another example. As expert physical therapists here at Loudon Sports Therapy Center, we are really the only medical professionals that are trained in how to evaluate how your body moves, so that we can help you to properly set up a good strengthening program that's going to make sure that it reduces the risk of injury, handles any pain that you're having, prevents any injury as you get started with exercise, with strengthening, etc. So take advantage of utilizing the expert therapists here at Loudon Sports Therapy Center. Let's do an evaluation. Let's figure out what is going on with the small muscles in your body, what needs to be done to get them strong, to get you on the right path so that you can be working on a strengthening program without the risk of injury, and more importantly, get the benefits of that strengthening program so that long term your risk of injury, arthritis, pain, etc. is all significantly less.